Well, after 7 appearances in all competitions this season for Ben Motshwari ufelletswe ke mosebetsi. AmaZulu President Sandile Zungu confirming to me earlier today that the player faced an internal hearing, and subsequent to that, a decision was then taken that the contract will be terminated with immediate effect. It means Ntate Motshwari is a free agent now, but because of the rules of the NSL and the FIFA statutes around free agents outside the transfer window, it means Ben can only register for a club of his choosing if anybody comes for his services at the beginning of the following year, which is when the re-registration window does open. Unfortunately, Ben Motshwari, as I said, out of a job as it stands. We'll keep a close watch on his next movements. Orlando Pirates, former Orlando Pirates player, as well as Bidvest Vets League winner in the years that have passed. Moving on to our next story now, Bafana. As I had mentioned earlier, a key player, Relebogile Mofokeng, not confirmed exactly the diagnosis of his injury, but he's out of the Bafana squad, and in comes Mduduzi Shabalala of Kaizer Chiefs. We did catch up with Coach Hugo Bruce at his press conference earlier today, explaining the dire situation, perhaps one could look at it, Bafana face after getting docked points, and where he could use Mdu if he does play a role in these two crucial qualities.
So our situation is a little bit changed because of the deduction of 3 points, but that's the only change. Even with 3 points ahead, we had to win our 2 last games to be mathematically sure to be qualified. So that is not a change for us. What qualities he has, I think, if you see the games of Chiefs, I think that Mduduzi is someone he has an action. He knows where to run when there is a space. For me, his best position is behind the striker. So if we use it, it will be on that position.
Now, who better to weigh in on this story other than the Doc himself, the legend of the game? Doc, relay out, Mdu in. Your thoughts?
I think it's a big blow for Bafana. We really needed him for these 2 games. Because he's one of the pillars in the national team. And also he is going to sacrifice the social factor within the squad because they've been camping together. You know, there's that continuation of the field. But also when he's sitting there at a bench, Lord, position, you know, could feel with if I don't perform, really is there to play. But above that, the coach has alluded to the fact that Ndu is the right choice, and we'll go with that.
From one Kaizer Chiefs player to another, this news regarding Ramahlwe Mphahlele. Obviously, he had just left AmaZulu on a free transfer, looking for a club now. Orbit College, I'm told, in advanced discussion. They're looking for some experience. Coach Thabo Sunong, could he be the man to try and rescue the situation here as they try to get more experienced players to form part of the squad in trying to rescue their status as it stands? Ramahlwe Mphahlele in advanced talks with Orbit College.
Yeah. No, Mazola, it could be a good inclusion because of, we all know Ramahlwe Mphahlele off the field, on the field, still looks good, helped AmaZulu a lot to stay in the league and to be stable. So Orbit are lying 13th on the log and they've conceded 14 goals. So an experienced centre-back of Ramahlwe's caliber can come there, stabilize the young guys, help them to adapt to the Betway Premier League so that they can manage pressure. So I think it could be someone who can really add so much value into the Orbit team.
I'll tell you about someone else who thinks there's a player in his squad that can add value. It's Coach Phuthi Mohafe. I caught up with him over the weekend after that Carling knockout elimination against Durban City. He says Thabang can give Khuliso Mudau a run for his money. Here's Mohafe.
I think Mudau is 3 or 4 years older than Mduduzi, and is a good competitor. And I think he will also give Mudau the best run for his money. So I've always reiterated that Mduduzi is the second best right back we have in the country. So I will not mention after who is coming. It's behind who is coming. So I just saying that I believe is the best second right back the country has ever produced.
Now, more good news coming from CAF side of things. They've had their General Assembly out in the DRC earlier today, and the Federation, the mother body of African football, confirming a whopping 163 million rand profit. CAF's been struggling over the years with previous tenures of previous leaders in the CAF space, and since Dr. Patrice Motsepe come through with a number of sponsors, this is the news coming in just in time before the Africa Cup of Nations in Morocco in December. We wait to see if there'll be an increase with prize monies as we have been accustomed to. But for more of these stories, AFCON build-up, Cup qualification, keep it locked on sabcsport.com.